Eat already, you know it's lamb.
I like the intensity of lamb.
What is the intense taste?
I don't know, maybe where they stay, what they eat. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Eatbook Vlogs, and today I have a very special guest with me, and it is...
What's up guys, Daniel Tamago here. I'm a local vlogger from Singapore.
I made the move to becoming a full-time creator here in Singapore.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah man. So hey, tell me what's your favourite food to eat?
Japanese food, of course, tamago, Japanese egg. But aside from that, I like very meaty stuff. That's like my favourite.
Solid. So we're gonna go to 3 different locations today. So, are you ready?
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
So right now, we are at Tradehub 21 having Yuan Japanese fusion mee pok. I have the crayfish one and you've got the char siu one.
I got the char siu one.
With miso. So you can actually choose between two, right? Shoyu and miso.
Yeah. So every time I walk by, I want to try this mee pok store, but I never had a chance to.
Okay, what do you think of it like first glance?
No, I've never seen anything like this. Because it's like Japanese fusion. Quite excited to try this.
Mine looks mad intense.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about price point, right? This is only $10. I think this is super worth it.
Got abalone.
Wow, the lard they give super generous. I think the skin texture makes the difference though. So you know Yuan, right? They actually have like 5 different outlets already. No, the first store is in Clementi, where the owner starts in a like legit coffee shop, that kind of.
Right. So the owner is Japanese.
The owner is Japanese.
How did he start doing like mee pok?
After the first store, right, it got so successful, right? He went back to Japan and he opened a mee pok store in Japan.
Japan.
But then cause COVID, things happened, so he came back here and he expanded a lot.
I think it's interesting lah when you fuse 2 cuisines, right?
So okay, come, let's mix it up
with the abalone and mix it up. Okay, so I took out some of the char siu. So I want to eat these whole, but I'm gonna try mixing these. So I'm gonna break up the char siu first. Oh my gosh, there's so many ingredients.
Okay, we got a big piece of char siu here.
One thumbs go on.
Okay, one thumb go on.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers. Got the soy, got the miso. Yeah. Wow, this tastes like steak and char siu. So soy sauce already, right? First pork belly, soy sauce. Meal like 1 layer of miso on top, right? Then go and pan fry it. I think this tastes like it.
This one has a bit of what you just mentioned. I can taste a bit of it.
And then the other one is
I'm gonna try this one. This one looks interesting.
How?
Sweet, spicy.
Wow, you see, we digging.
Tangy.
I'm a chili guy lah.
Same actually.
The chili I think can be a lot spicier lah.
Alright, noodles.
Noodles. What is bak chor mee without bak chor, right? It's just mee. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. The miso actually comes out quite strongly.
The chili went in, I was like, wow, shook that. Wait, this is just chili. I honestly don't really know what miso tastes like, but this doesn't taste like the normal bak chor mee.
Right. Miso is supposed to taste a bit earthy, a bit nutty. So one very good way, right, of trying miso, right, is that you use it as a glaze for all your proteins. The miso taste is not that dark. So miso got different levels also.
Right.
Yeah, I think this belongs to the lighter side of the house. I think it's because, right, the bak chor mee itself, the flavor already quite gao already. And I think if you put another gao flavor inside there, right, it might be a bit too jelak.
Yeah.
Chili is the magical part also that it cuts through the whole oiliness. So like when you eat like noodle dishes, right, or like dry noodle dishes, right, they'll have a lot of sauces. They don't want the noodles to dry out. I think the noodles, right, if you want to eat this, right, or any other noodle dishes, like eat it piping hot, eat it with the sauces so everything comes together nicely, then it will be perfect. I think the noodles are still there's still a bite to it. It doesn't fall apart in your mouth.
Yeah.
Like it still doesn't clump. See, everything's still at the individual strands. How many mouths do you think you can?
1.5.
1.5.
1.5. Cheers.
Still can talk. No stick.
I've just discovered, right, the best way of eating bak chor mee pok. No, because this one has so many ingredients, right?
Yep.
It's all in one mouth. Right, so Mandon, what's in this bowl?
So this is the crayfish version. This one, chili vinegar with crayfish broth. Imagine, right, something like a lobster biscuit Chinese version. But if I look at it, right, it looks a bit plain to me. Somehow when I smell it, right, the vinegar taste comes out a lot stronger. Yeah. I think this is interesting because I've never had like chili vinegar with like seafood things before. The abalone actually quite good. So actually the abalone, right, first glance, right, you taste, right, it's a bit sweet. Yeah, bouncy, very sweet. I think it's made from cuttlefish.
Cheers.
TBH, I don't really taste the seafood. So for this one, right, I think seafood broth or like crayfish broth is a very strong flavor by itself also. Yep. The vinegar overlap it a bit. And I would hope, right, that the chili gets spicier.
I would say this one is like very nice. It slides in my mouth. Yeah. It's a lot lighter than that one.
What I like about this, right, is that the ingredients they give really very
generous. A lot of ingredients.
Like, they still give you the same amount of liao.
Should we try it? The crayfish?
The crayfish, go ahead. Yeah. Fresh. For something that's called like crayfish mee pok, right, I would have liked the seafood taste to come out a bit stronger.
Okay.
Right now we're at our second location, Happy Chef, right in the middle of my hood again.
Your
We're back
hood.
in Lavender. So right here we're at Happy Chef, 465 North Beach Road.
Lapan over there.
Yeah, Lapan's over there.
Yeah.
I don't know for the longest time I've been here, but apparently right, they've only been here for 14 years. Yeah, I remember they just shifted from the Tai Hwa eating house coffee shop to one that's right behind the block. So what we have here, right, we have a stuffed pork loin, but it's better known as a solid cordon bleu, right?
Yeah.
We also have a ribeye steak in the middle, and then we also have a mixed grill with chicken, mutton, and pork. So along with all the meals that we ordered, right, we also have sides, and you can choose from a list of 8. So we chose 6 lah, huh? So we've got spaghetti over here, we've got a sunny side up, we've got potato mash, we've got another potato salad lah.
Salad, yeah.
Solid, this one you eat coleslaw and a solid rice lah. So price-wise, right, this is 11 bucks. The ribeye is 17 bucks, and the mixed grill is also 11 bucks.
I'm excited to try this one.
Okay, but first we got to try out this one lah, huh?
Okay.
Are you a fan of cheesy things?
No, I don't eat a lot of cheese.
It is basically a pork loin that is stuffed with ham and cheese.
Wow, my first time trying something like this. Oh, the garlic bread like crispy, It just exploded. Let me first start with the garlic bread.
Wow, so you dip the garlic bread inside the brown sauce,
Very crispy.
Okay, come, we try the rice. You say you're a rice kind of guy, right?
Yeah, man. Wow, the rice is damn fluffy and like very smooth. It's not jalat.
The brown sauce, right, is very potent in the mushroomy flavor. Usually I will just mix the coleslaw and the rice together. Like,
Alright, that's right.
very different from the KFC one. It's kind of like solid, compact. Now the sides finished already.
Time for the brain. Make it a Ferrero Rocher. Or you want me to... Is he serious?
Different?
A few moments later.
You guys in the zone.
Somehow I just extract my wisdom tooth. Got the socket now.
So you have an intense flavor from the pork, you get a saltiness from the ham, and then the creamy mouthfeel.
Yeah, dude, this is a flavor bomb right there.
Yeah. And it's like everything comes together super well. Okay, let's go to the next one. You see how thick this is? Dude, this is for 17,
yeah,
for 17
this is
bucks,
really
right?
insane.
I got a medium rare lah. So both the potato salad and the mash is made in-house. Come, try. This one got a lot of tong.
It's like Jack's Place, they serve the huge, then they will put the
butter
sauce,
inside.
Yeah, the butter, the tong and everything, and the whipped cream. Yeah.
It's like a baked potato.
It's like this.
They really season the potato salad. Mash.
This one better taste good.
Yeah, hopefully. A lot more buttery than the normal one.
The texture is really literally milk.
Portion of the sides are manageable.
Yeah,
they know that, okay,
just nice.
size is for size. And then the mains, bam!
This one looks amazing. Like there is the height to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not the flat one, the hard one. The redness it looks really amazing. Like this looks perfect. And I can see like the texture, there's like, I can see salt, pepper. This one really looks legit. So right now I'm gonna try and slice it up.
What do you think?
It's quite consistent. Okay,
come.
shall we?
Ready?
Cheers.
Cheers. So good, this is so good.
Right off the bat, I would say this is definitely much better than what I consider as like hawker center kind of level. Even though that was a big piece, I managed to bite everything completely. I would say flavor-wise, maybe can be a bit more...
A lot saltier, right?
Saltier a bit and...
You know, usually steak, right? They sell it in 180 to around 250 grams. This is easily 300 grams steak.
Yeah, this is 300 grams.
Like what I said just now, I like my steak to be separate from the sauce. Because what it does, right, is that if you put it on the sauce, the crusting of the pepper and the salt becomes a lot more melt. So for our final contender, we have the mixed grill. It's actually a mix of 3 different cuts of meat. We have our chicken, we have our pork, we have our lamb. And the cool thing, right, is that they have barbecue chicken, Cajun chicken, and then they have your grilled lamb sticks.
Oh,
and
what is that? It's a rib?
This pork chop. Under this piece of lamb, we've got 2 sides. So we've got our spag ball. Also, we have a very classic sunny side up egg lah. The best thing about this, right, is that it's an in-bone pork chop. Let's go for the sides first lah.
What? Al dente.
Al dente, yeah. Spag ball sauce that's inside here. You get the oils from the meat, everything inside here. I think what would be better, right, is if we change the spag ball to the rice.
Right egg. That's a good egg.
The best thing is that you have all the sauces to play with so that the egg changes.
And the tongue.
We start with the barbecue chicken.
Can we go straight to this?
Can.
It's not like the cheap kind of barbecue sauce lah. I actually legit like everything.
There's still a bit of chew to it. What they did is they take the Cajun seasoning, they grill it, and then they put barbecue sauce on the side. And once it goes to the grill, right, you get that crusting that you will find familiar on steak.
Porky time!
Usually I'm not the biggest fan of pork chops. It can be a bit too strong tasting.
Let's try it out.
Pork chop. I think this has the salt flavor that you're talking about for the beef.
This is a good pork chop.
Yep.
I bite into the fat. There was an explosion of flavor in my mouth.
I'm actually a big fan of lamb because of how intense the flavor.
Lamb has a very intense.
Yeah, can.
Yeah, it's so distinct, the lamb smell.
Grilling it bone in, right, has that kind of very strong depth in flavor when it comes to lamb.
I think it's too intense for
Too
me.
intense for you, Actually here, right, there's also the marrow that they have. It's a red meat that is dark enough to be able to hold itself.
Not really my thing
Yeah.
for this one.
Okay, so what do you think of this place?
I think like what you mentioned, the price points, like the main thing that is crazy about this. Like even though I like Western food, I think Western food is also, there isn't like a very big range of like, what is super good and it's hard to tell what is good, what is not good and everything. But I would say this is definitely one of the better ones, if not, maybe even the best if I tried. Yeah.
Really?
Alright, so this morning we had a Japanese fusion mee pok. But I want to take you to my favorite Japanese restaurant.
Oh, your favorite?
Yeah, it's my favorite. Alright, welcome to Genzo. So before we start with the food, one thing I love about this place is there's a swimming pool.
Yeah, man.
The vibes here is insane. There's music playing outside. Yeah. It's like a gym. No one uses a gym. I use it. So I always come here. I'll bring my friends from uni. We come here, have a good meal, have some sake at night. Right. You're having a business meeting, you can come here. It's a really nice place, really chill.
It all looks so good.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for you to try this.
So right in the middle here, right, is the sashimi moriyase. We have sweet prawns, we have the salmon, we have the amberjack, we have tuna, and also the scallops. Yeah, which one is your favorite actually?
I like the tuna.
Oh, yeah,
the amberjack as well.
When I started eating Japanese food, right, someone taught me when I was in Japan, when you eat sashimi, right, you start off with the lighter color to the darkest color. The increments of flavor intensity. We're gonna start off with the scallops, obviously.
Let's do the scallops.
I'll follow you. I'll follow your lead. Okay, you gonna dip it, right? First mouth.
Cheers.
First mouth at Genzo.
Cheers.
The shoyu really hits a bit different.
Right?
I think they added a bit of dashi to it, a bit of kombu to it, maybe a bit of dried scallops to it, I don't know. But it's a lot sweeter than the usual shoyu that I know. So the scallops, right, I think the texture of it is not slimy. So after that, right, I would recommend going for an amberjack first before the prawns, because the prawns will be super sweet. Wow, it's a huge slice, eh?
Big one. Let's go.
Oh, the bite to this is a lot more substantial than I would imagine from an amberjack. I like the chew to it, so it's like the more you chew, right, the more of that fish flavor you get. Yes. Okay, so we also got the sweet prawns here. How do you usually eat this?
I think this one can eat one. Okay, maybe I remove the tail.
Okay. So the hack, right, I always do, right, is I will pinch the very end, and then I just pull. So the entire tail remains. Then, right, for the head, right, I would shove the whole thing inside my mouth, and then I will bite down on the head, so everything gets pushed out from the inside out. Then after that will be the salmon. Salmon is very fatty. You combine that fattiness, you eat the hotate, it gets very cloying. To me,
I don't think so much. I see salmon, I eat.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm really not a huge salmon fan. The maguro is pinker than I imagined. I don't know why.
Let's go.
This is a lot softer than I expected it to be. It doesn't taste that fatty. This one is very clean tasting for a tuna, I don't know why. So after that, right, we also have our salmon carpaccio, salmon sashimi with truffle, and then our favorite spring onions with kombu salt. I'm not too sure what the oils are. It could be olive oil with a dash of shoyu, if I'm not wrong about it. How do you usually eat this?
Roll it like one fold,
right,
and then I'll eat it.
Okay, then let's do that.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
Wow, the flavor immediately.
The thing that I like about this, right, is that the truffle is not a cheat code. And I think like what this does well, right, is that so you have the salt from the kombu, the pungence of the truffle. That's why I think this works out very well. We can tone down on the oils because how the salmon is like, right?
Yeah.
Render the fats out of the salmon through like a low heat. And then when the oils from the salmon come out, you don't add all these oils already. So we're gonna move on.
Right.
This one we say hi later.
Yeah.
Okay, so right here we have the hotate and foie gras. Very creamy mouthfeel, I would imagine. So there's teriyaki sauce on foie gras that's been torched alongside a fresh piece of hotate and on a bit of rice.
Okay lah. Wow, okay.
Wow, you're gonna soak all the teriyaki sauce up.
Okay lah, cheers everyone, cheers.
You're melting it. You're melting the foie gras. The foie gras also melting. All the components are equally important. You take away the hotate, you miss out on that sweetness.
Correct.
You take out the rice, no mouthfeel already. You take out the foie gras, no creaminess already. So I think it all ties in very well together. Okay.
It makes sense. It's a smart dish.
So we've also got a century egg tofu and there's crab meat on top of it, along with two different styles of how they use the century egg. I actually don't know how to eat this less.
Okay, so tofu is tofu lah.
Daniel Tamago 2022, tofu is tofu.
Tofu is tofu.
So the century egg yolk, right, is being made into a paste sort of thing to cover the tofu, and then egg whites are used as a sort of like a tobiko / gura kind of topping on it. So what this gives, right, it's like a very even texture. Okay, so a bit of crab meat, a bit of tofu, a bit of the egg yolk sauce, a bit of tobiko, a bit of spring onions.
Are you gonna one thumbs go on?
Yeah, man.
Cheers!
Cheers. Very, very, very unique.
I have a very strong soya bean kind of taste.
I think it comes from the century 8. It's the earthiness that you're tasting. Shall we move on to our mains?
Right, we will go with the pasta first.
And we have the Abbey Angel hair pasta also right in front of us.
These are like very crispy. These are, what was it?
Sakura
Abbey, yeah.
The cool thing about this, right, is that this comes as the base form. But over here, you can customize it to your liking. You know, like when I see this kind of thing, I don't know how to eat one.
We break this big layer into half. Oh, look at that!
I loosen it out.
Because it's a ball, right? We just dip them.
1, 2, 3. It's not really very hard to go wrong. Because it's cold, right? A lot of the flavors that might be muted because of the heat, right, get shown very clearly. Yeah. Okay, next bowl. To our final bowl and the one that you've been waiting for the most, lah.
Right, this is the kingpin.
This is the Wagyu Don with foie gras.
This is my favorite dish of all time. So this is Wagyu beef. I really love the beef.
Wow.
There is like the marbling, there is like the salt, everything, the pepper. And first step to this meal is always break the egg, smear it all over the rice. So this is a secret ingredient. This is like an add-on. So this is the same foie gras. Fatty, flavorful, it bursts in your mouth. There is that fried...
The seared exterior, without it being overly hard lah.
We have to go for it already.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Whew.
The fattiness of it, it is not the fattiest piece of Wagyu I've ever had lah, right?
Definitely.
But I still like the softness of it, the tenderness that it has, and also the outside is charred.
The foie gras adds to like what you say, this is like really a smart dish. Everything comes together. Yeah, this is why I say like I somehow just keep on craving coming back here.
I think it's the portion control. And then you come here is to eat and feel good.
Have a good time.
Early in the day, right, where we go and eat the Japanese fusion mee pok. You will go to different places again, but for very different reasons. Yeah. Okay, so we have come to the end of all the places that we have been. How was the experience today?
It was a very fun experience. I really learned a lot from the master over here, and I've tried a lot of dishes that I've never tried before. I learned how to appreciate it after like learning about all the different ways, the combination, how you make it and everything.
Are there any places that, other than Genzo, which you confirm will revisit, right? What about the other two?
When I'm in the area, definitely I will be like, hey, there's this sick place, wanna go and eat there? Yeah, definitely.
I think for me, Genzo is a solid recommendation, right? I think the key point is like intentionality, like what goes into what and how much you want to serve. And, it's the thought process I appreciate a lot. If you like this video, right, you can check out more on his channel that I have no idea what we're going to do.
I just want to say I really enjoyed my experience filming with Eatbook. I was quite nervous because I'm not a food person. I don't really do food reviews. I don't have much to say about food and everything, but they guided me through the whole process. It was really fun. And stay tuned for the collaboration. It's going to be a fun video, so stay tuned for that on my channel. You can check it out. Yeah, but if you like merch, you can check out www.magobrandco.com.
So anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode of Eatbook Vlogs. If you like this video, you can watch more of our videos over there. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe to both Eatbook and Daniel Tamago. Bye-bye!
Okay, ciao!
We gotta eat more!